Innovation and Design Thinking. IDT VTU. Module 1. Theory and Practice in Design Thinking. Part 3. Specifying the hypotheses. Specifying the hypotheses, as we know no written out axioms in design thinking which specifies the important assumptions. The researcher's main goal is writing down important or key beliefs in this field. From the expert's opinion and also in general, it is hypothesized that design thinking encourages innovation. Design thinking supposed to be the state-of-the-art innovation method. This brings out the first hypothesis that people-trained design schools should produce large number of innovative solutions than untrained design thinkers. There are various institutes that offer design thinking education such as Potsdam University in Germany and Stanford University in USA in their design or D schools. Hence, first hypothesis formulated more refined way as D school-trained teams produce more innovative solutions than teams without this training. Next assumption or belief of the experts is that multidisciplinarity in the teams enhances the innovation. Hence, second hypothesis is that multidisciplinary teams produce more innovative solutions than monodisciplinary teams. These two hypotheses, one is D school training and other multidisciplinarity, are reasonably starting points, but they are a need for further refinement. Particularly as innovation is an abstract notion that it is so remote from possible measurement operations. Hence, it is a good idea to break the abstract concepts down into diverse factors which may be assessed easily. This can be written as a design solution S1 is considered more innovative than a solution S2 if and only if S1 is more unusual at the same time more useful than S2. With this clarification regarding innovation, both the hypotheses are divided into two more distinct claims. Now there are four hypotheses or assumptions which are to be tested by research are 1. D school-trained teams produce more unusual solutions than teams without this training. 2. D school-trained teams produce more useful solutions than teams without this training. 3. Multidisciplinary teams produce more unusual solutions than monodisciplinary teams. 4. Multidisciplinary teams produce more useful solutions than monodisciplinary teams. There are many reasons to support that multidisciplinary teams will produce more innovative solutions than monodisciplinary teams, but there is at least one significant reason to believe in opposite way as discussed as explained in the next slide. Experts trained in the very same way of analyze and approach a subject matter are inclined to invoke the same strategies that they are all used to when working with a new problem. Whatever the work strategies are being used, altogether they inclined towards a particular type of result and detracting from opinions of others. Imagine a team of classical philologists and a team of chemists who are to analyzing a painting. During analysis, the chemists might take small samples of the paint to find out the material components that have been used. For the same painting, philologists might describe a scene from Greek mythology and work for reason backwards to the perfect literary sources that the painter had exposed. As having specialized knowledge and also training of the experts, there is no way that the philologists could influence on the work results that chemists get and vice versa. Limiting oneself in a fixed set of common work strategies generally means limiting him/herself to specific types of common results. Multidisciplinary team strategy is that members of the team are familiar which are likely to vary. Team members reconsider the approaches which they find convenient. They will be detaching themselves from the routine practices such as merging, melding, blending the approaches they know in a path that seems to be appropriate in the light of the current challenge. The broader the domain of approaches, the experts are willing to consider results in obtaining the results of broader domain. As different approaches are tested, increases the odds that causing unusual results. Therefore, multidisciplinary teams can present greater unusual results when compared to monodisciplinary teams. Another dimension of innovation is usefulness, and the hypothesis are multidisciplinarity may be advantageous in producing the products that are useful. As we know that the development of useful solution depends on the knowledge. The knowledge regarding the situation of the users and/or knowledge regarding the technical options that realizing from a particular idea. Assume experts are equally trained and all trained in the same domain, then the knowledge that their team adapt of is much limited when compared to that the knowledge of a team where the members are different in their domains of expertise. This discussion supports that multidisciplinary teams produce more solutions. But this may not be true in all the situations. Discussion supports the notion that multidisciplinary teams produce less solutions than monodisciplinary teams is presented in the next slide. Even though multidisciplinary teams have higher potential than monodisciplinary teams for innovation, the main challenging problem may be lack of communication problems within the team members. As the members of the team from different academic backgrounds and trained to apply different strategies and concepts to solve a problem. The vocabulary or terms they may use different, sorting of things into different categories may also differ, and the conclusions or inferences associated with the one or another categorization also differ. If the team members are not able to work on a common conceptual field, they are unable to make proper use of their wide-ranging expertise. This leads to the next hypothesis regarding communication, that is, multidisciplinary team members experience greater communication problems than monodisciplinary team members. The next discussion in regard to the successful communication among team members who trained in D-School. D-School trained members are assumed to APT for design work. They should tackle the potential communication challenges in either the cases working in multidisciplinary team or monodisciplinary team. Considering this, the final hypothesis is D-School trained team members experience less communication problems than teams without D-School training. In summary, the hypotheses to be tested in the study are: 1. D-School trained teams produce more unusual solutions than teams without this training. 2. D-School trained teams produce more useful solutions than teams without this training. 3. Multidisciplinary teams produce more unusual solutions than monodisciplinary teams. 4. Multidisciplinary teams produce more useful solutions than monodisciplinary teams. 5. Multidisciplinary team members experience greater communication problems than monodisciplinary team members. D-School trained team members experience less communication problems than teams without D-School training. Next video presents the need of experiments and variables of interest in this study of design thinking research. Thanks for watching. Comment for any suggestions. Like, share and subscribe for more videos.